Hey everyone, my name is Sarah if I haven't met you before. In today's Vinyasa practice, we are going to be moving through some twists as well as asanas that help lengthen through the side body. Even though we are creating flexibility within our physical practice, yoga also encourages us to find flexibility within the mind. There are going to be so many times where things don't go according to plan, where things arise and throw you off course, and we need to be adaptable so that we can move with them rather than resist them. And I love the analogy that Deepak Chopra uses in the 7 spiritual laws of yoga, where he refers to us as palm trees. Like a palm tree that adapts to rather than resists gale force winds, a flexible body and mind enable you to adapt to the inevitable changes that life offers. So, in our practice, let's be like palm trees, not just physically, but within our mind as well. Let's get started in a child's pose in Balasana. So bring the toes towards each other, sink your hips to heels. Knees are a comfortable distance apart. They could be more narrow, they could be wider. Hands might reach forward or they could be stacked underneath your head. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice the inhales as come in through the nose. Can you feel the breath enter into your belly and your ribs, even peeking up into the chest? And as you take a slow exhale through the nose, can you feel the belly lift up slightly? Can you feel the ribs close? Can you feel the chest soften? And just take a couple more slow breaths like this. And from this place of stillness, we get to have a little peek into our mind. We get to see what's going on, what we might have been avoiding or not paying attention to. And it's through awareness where we can create change. So if you notice yourself feeling quite rigid in your beliefs, in your perspectives, and how you operate in the world, the first place to start is just becoming aware of that. And as you keep moving through the world, you keep noticing when your patterns are on play, you start to create this space where you get to change. You get to choose your journey. You get to choose how you'd like to act, potentially in a way that is more adaptable, more flexible. Let's walk our hands over to the right. And you could keep the hands apart, you could stack them together, whatever feels good. Really press the left hand into the ground, feeling the left hip slide back, the left armpit pulling in the direction of the ground. Can you send your breath into the left ribs? Opening up through the lats and the obliques, all the muscles down the side of the shoulder and the arm. Walk your hands back through center. Let's swap it out to the other side. Taking another 2 to 3 slow breaths here. tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's move through cow pose, breathing in, lowering the belly, lifting the tailbone. And then as you exhale, let's round. Tuck the chin in towards the chest, lift the back of the heart to the sky. Inhaling to open up. Maybe even close down your eyes here. Exhaling, curling in, lifting up the belly button. Take about 3 more breaths. And if it feels good, you can move side to side. Maybe ribs pull to one side of the mat and then the other. And then come back through a neutral spine. Breathe in as you reach your right hand up to the sky. As you exhale, twist the right hand through to the left. Thread the needle. Right shoulder drops down. You're drawing your left shoulder back. Let's try that 2 more times. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, twisting. 1 more. Holding at the bottom. You might stay here. Another option is for you're pressing hands together, stacking the left elbow on top of the right, and you're trying to push the hands towards each other to rotate the center of the chest to the thumbs. It's quite a big twist to begin with, so if it doesn't feel comfortable for your body, then don't feel like you need to head there straight away. Bring the left hand back down. Breathe in, reach your right hand high, hold here. Left toes turn to the left. Extend the right foot to the back of your mat, modified side plank. Right hand clasp into a fist and then roll out the rest. Little squeeze of the hips or the glutes, push your hips forward slightly. Swap directions of the circles. And then bring the right hand back down to the ground, tabletop position. Left hand reaches high, breathe in. Breathe out to twist. Left shoulder down, right shoulder back. 2 more times in your own breath. Holding at the bottom. If you wanted the prayer twist, you can press both hands together. Drive the left elbow into the ground. One more breath. Right hand comes down, breathe in, left hand high, holds. Right toes turn to the right. Extend your left foot to the back. Little push of the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. Left hand clasp into a fist and roll out the rest. Swap directions. Left hand comes down. Left knee comes down. Step your hands forward, about a hand's length distance. Tuck your toes. Hover the knees just off the ground. Long arms here. Push the hands down. Puff up through the upper back. You're starting to feel the core and the shoulders engage a little more. Breathe in. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. You might pedal out the feet here, dropping one heel down, and then dropping the other heel down. You can move the hips from side to side. One thing I love to do to get more into the side body is drop heels in one direction so that the toes turn in the other direction, and then you kind of sink your hips down to your heels. The heels will lift off the ground. It's just such a nice way to lengthen through the side body again. You might switch sides if you haven't already. And then come back through center, hold in stillness, soften the heels in the direction of the ground. Really push the hands down to help shift the chest back. Walk your feet to your hands. Land your feet hip width distance. A good indication for hip width distance is if you bring 2 fists in between your feet. Soft bend in the knees. Really try rest your belly on your thighs. So if you need a big bend of your knees to get there, then absolutely go for it. You might hug your hands behind the back of your calves, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Walk the hands to the shins. Breathe in as you lift halfway. Lengthen the spine, shoulders in line with hips. Exhale, fold forward. Rise up through standing. Lift the arms above your head. Breathe out, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take about 2 breaths here. If you haven't already, maybe you can stretch the back of your throat for Ujjayi Pranayama, making that wave-like sound, or like Darth Vader. Use your next breath and reach your arms up to the sky. Squeeze your glutes. As you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe and squeeze your shoulder blades back. As you exhale, hands come down, step yourself back to plank. Breathe and shift your weight forward, and then either on your knees or your toes, Chaturanga, tuck the elbows in, come down onto your belly. Pose at the bottom, cobra, breathe in, squeeze glutes, shoulders back. As you exhale, come down, push up onto knees, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands, breathing in, halfway lift. Exhaling, rippling forward, Uttanasana. Rise up through standing, arms overhead, push the feet down, breathe in. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's try that again. Breathe in, lift up, tuck the lower ribs in. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Hold for your breath in. As you exhale, Chaturanga, option to come halfway. Maybe you head into cobra or upward facing dog on your breath in. Knees and hips off the ground, press through the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog, coming up and over your toes. One more slow breath. Walk your feet, halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out to fold. Rise up, breathe in. Breathe out, hands down. Little half sun cell heading to down dog. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, let it go. Halfway lift. Breathe out, hands down, your way back. You could step, you could hop back. You could skip it out. Down dog, one more breath. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then bring your knees down to the ground, tabletop position. We're going to start a new sequence here. Kick your right heel back, breathe in. As you breathe out, sweep the right toes over to the left corner of your mat. And then really sink your hips towards your heels. So keep dragging your right toes behind you. Keep going, keep going. And then you might look towards your right foot if that feels good. Creating a bend through the right side body. Hold for your breath in. As you breathe out, right knee to right elbow. Try it again. Breathe in, sweep it across, sink it back, lengthen the leg. Exhale to tap. A couple more. If you felt like a little more, what you can do is tuck your left toes, lift the left knee off. So you're hovering the left knee off the whole time as you do this. You're not going to get as much range, but you're going to activate through the core and the shoulders a bit more. One more. Let's all kick our right foot back again. Option to hover the left knee, 1 breath. 3-legged dog, right toes lift high, breathe in. As you breathe out, squeeze the right foot into your glutes, roll the right hip open, and then take some circles with your right knee. Circling out in one direction, and then swapping over, circling out in the other direction. Straighten the leg, point the toes back, square the hips. Breathe in, start to roll forward, right knee towards the nose. As you exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, lower the left knee down, untuck the left toes, right knee roughly on top of the ankle. Under Vinyasa, let's lift our arms up to the sky. Breathe out, little side bend, maybe start forearm to right thigh as you reach your left hand up and over. Sink your hips forward a little. Let's try that again. Breathe in, lift the right hand high, maybe shift back slightly. Exhale, side bend, option this time, right hand reaches to the ground. Let's try 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, hold. Really try find more length through the left arm. Reach the right hand back up. Breathe in, tuck left toes. As you exhale, high lunge. Lengthen the back leg. Breathe in, open the chest, lean back. Exhale to hold. Straighten the front foot. Breathe in. Breathe out, step forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway left, breathe in. Hands to shins. As you exhale, fold. Rise up through standing. Inhale, arms come over your head. Dive it straight back down, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, fingertips down, take a long step back with your right foot, lunge. Hold for your breath in. As you exhale, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana, turn to the right side of your mat. Just make sure that the feet are parallel to the short edges of your mat or even turned inwards. Hinge from your hips, soft bend in the knees. Walk your hands towards your right foot. It might land around the outside of the ankle, maybe the calf, and see if you can pull the chest in the direction of the leg. Maybe you stay here. Another option is to find more of an active twist. Maybe left fingertips come to the ground in front of the right foot, or left hand up on the leg for a little more height. Right hand reaches high. Breathe in. Breathe out to hold. Clasp your right hand into a fist and roll out the wrist. Swap directions of the circle. Try to keep the spine really long, tipping from your hips. Right hand comes down. Walk yourself forward. Left toes turn to the front. Right hand comes on the inside of the foot. Twisted lunge. Breathe in, left hand travels high. Breathe out to hold. Lengthen the back leg, really turn the chest. Right knee comes down. Turn the right toes to the right. Step your left foot back. Modified side plank. Left hand comes up by the ear. Left bicep comes up by the ear. Really try arch through the left side body. One more breath. Left hand comes down. Right toes turn to the back. Extend the left foot away. Okay, this position looks a little familiar. Left toes turn to the right corner. Sink your hips back. Really drive the left toes away. Try to look towards your left foot. Hold for your breath in. As you breathe out, shift forward, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, shift it back. Exhale, shift it forward. About 3 to 4 more. Again, if you felt like it, you can tuck the right toes, hover the right knee off the ground. This is going to be useful a little later on as we come into crow pose or twisted crow. Left knee comes to left elbow, hold. Kick the left heel back, option to hover the right knee, 1 breath. 3-legged dog. Kick it high, breathe in. Breathe out, bend to the knee, open the hip. Squeeze the foot into the glutes, push the hands down into the ground, soften the right heel, take some circles with the left knee. Swap directions of the circle. Lengthen the left toes back, square the hips. Breathe in, roll forward, left knee towards the nose. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Right knee comes down, untuck the right toes. Under Vinyasa, breathe in, lift the arms up. Side bend, maybe elbow to thigh first. Really lift the right ribs off the hips. Breathe in, lift the left hand back up. Exhale, option left hand in the direction of the ground. 2 more. Feeling into this length, the spaciousness that we're creating in our body. Hold at the bottom. Lift the left hand back up, breathe in, tuck right toes. Breathe out, lengthen the right leg, but keep the left knee bent. Open the chest, breathe in. Reach the fingertips away. Breathe out to hold. Hands frame out the front foot. Inhale. Breathe out, step it forward. Exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold it again. Rise up to the sky, breathe in. Send it straight back down, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step your left foot back, lunge. Inhale. Slight lift of the chest. As you exhale, wide-legged forward fold. To the left this time, Twisty to Padottanasana. Shifting weight forward into the toes slightly. And then walk the hands towards the left foot, the left ankle, the left leg. You can stay down. If you felt like a twist, you can reach the right hand again in front of left foot, come up onto fingertips, or right hand up onto left leg. Breathe in, left hand high, really turn the left shoulder back. Exhale, hold. Clasp your left hand into a fist, roll out the left wrist. Swap directions. Reach the hand back down, travel to the front, right toes turn forward, left hand plants. Inhale, twisted lunge. Exhale, hold, create space, lengthen. Left knee comes down, turn the left toes to the side, breathe in, right foot steps back. Exhale to hold, reach the right hand forward, right bicep by the ear, lift your hips up, squeeze your glutes, a little push of the hips forward. This time, right hand comes down, high plank position. So tuck left toes, lift the left knee off, hold. Spread your fingertips wide on the ground, create as much space between each finger as possible. 1 vinyasa if you want it, or skip it out. Let's come back to downward facing dog. Or child's pose if you want a little more rest. Let's take about 2 to 3 more slow breaths. Bring your knees down, tabletop. We're going to take that same sequence. I'm going to change it up slightly, adding on some options, taking some things away. We're going to go straight into those leg sweeps 3 times. Again, option with the toes tucked. Breathe in, right leg sweeps back. Sink your hips back. Exhale, tap. Inhale, sweep. Look towards your foot if you can. Exhale, tap. 1 more. Kick your right heel away, breathe in. Breathe out, hold. 3-legged dog, breathe in. Straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Breathe in, straighten the leg again. Exhale, roll forward, right knee to nose. Right foot steps through, either left knee down or left knee up. High lunge, breathe in. Side bend, right hand reaches down. Bend your left knee until it hovers just off the ground. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend. Let's go 2 more. Hold at the bottom, 1 more breath. Hook the left elbow over the right thigh, lengthen your left leg, prayer twist. Hands come together, push your chest open. You can have the left knee down here. Another option is left hand on the ground, right hand high, just like we've done before. Really roll the right shoulder back. Look over your right arm. Look down at your right foot. At any point you can bring your hands to the ground. Otherwise, take a little shift forward into your right leg. Lift your left toes off the ground. If you want, try keep the prayer twist. Imagine your revolved half moon. And then how delicately can you place your left foot next to the right? Twisted chair. Shift your left hip back in line with the right, but keep the twist. Also can have the left forearm on the thigh. We're almost there, chair pose. Breathe in, lift both arms up, but keep the hips low. Exhale, hold. Rise up through standing, breathe in, lengthen the legs. Tadasana mountain pose, hands by the sides. Take another 2 to 3 breaths just to re-land, re-arrive. I can definitely feel my heart rate up. Let's continue. Breathe in, arms overhead. Shift your weight into your left foot. Right leg lifts up, warrior 3. Take it nice and slow. See if you can keep reaching your hands forward, reaching your right foot back until you make one long line from fingers to toes. Keep hinging forward, standing splits. Hands come down to the ground. Right toes sweep high. Option left hand comes behind the left calf. Trying to get your chest a little lower to the leg. One final option for balance. You can hover the hands off the ground. Maybe they even reach up towards your hips. One more breath. Take a long step back with your right toes, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hold, maybe a little back bend. Turn to the right side of your mat, star pose. Toes turn to the side. As you breathe out, hands come out in line with your shoulders. Now have a little look here, because this movement can be a little complicated to understand. What you're going to do, you're going to turn your chest towards your right leg. You're going to reach your left hand forward and your right hip back, and you want to hinge from your hips, keeping the spine nice and long. So you're not going all the way down, you're keeping it super active, reaching the left hand. So when you're ready, breathe in, reach the left hand over, breathe out, hold. Come back, star pose, breathe in, arms wide. Breathe out, reach and twist. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Hold. And then bring both hands down towards the right foot, fold forward. Travel your hands to the front, twisted lunge, right hand comes down, breathe in, left hand high. Breathe out. With the right knee down, or if you want, right knee off. Side plank, right heel comes down, left foot steps back. Lift your hips up. Maybe you stay here. Another option is wild thing. Take your left toes behind you, push through the feet, lift your hips up, reach the left hand forward if it isn't there already. Squeeze your glutes, open the chest up. You can also do this with the right knee on the ground. Just take the left foot a little further back. 1 more breath. Left hand comes down, high plank. breathe in. Optional vinyasa if you want it. Lower the knees to the ground, tabletop position. One more time on the other side. So remember, you can do this with the knees tucked if you want it. Left toes go to the corner, breathe in. Exhale, send it forward. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Kick the left foot back, one breath. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Lengthen the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, lengthen it again. Exhale, roll forward, knee to nose. Step the foot in between the hands, either knee down or knee up. High lunge, breathe in. As you breathe out, side bend. Bend your right knee, left hand travels in the direction of the ground. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend. Two more. Hold at the bottom, one breath. Right elbow hooks over the left thigh, prayer twist. Hands come together. Try turn the chest towards the thumbs. Straighten your back leg. Remember your options, knee can be down, right hand can be down. Look to your left foot, little shift forward. See if you can lift your right toes off, even if it's just for half a second. And then try gently stepping your right foot next to the left. It's hard to balance on sand. Shift your right hip back, but keep twisting your chest towards the left. Utkatasana, chair pose. Both hands reach high. Breathe in. Breathe out, sink a little lower. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take about 2 more slow breaths here. Inhale, lift the arms up. Shift your weight into your right foot as you exhale, warrior 3. So all coming from the hips, we move the back and the leg as one. And then dive a little lower, standing splits. Fingertips come on the ground. You can wrap your right hand behind the right calf, getting your left toes a little higher. Option here, if you want the balance challenge, try reach both of the hands up towards your hips. Fingertips down, take a long step back with your left foot, high lunge, breathe in. Breathe out, hold, maybe open. Start pose, breathe in. Turn to the left, toes to the side, exhale, hold. That same hinging and twisting movement we did before. Breathe in, reach your right hand towards the left corner, push your hips back, exhale, hold. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist. 2 more. Keep the back nice and long. 1 more. And then fold over your left leg. Walk your hands forward, left hand plants, twisted lunge, breathe in. Breathe out. Side plank, knee down or lifted, breathe in. If you want to travel all the way back to Wild Thing, in one full sweep, you can. Right toes coming down, lifting hips up. Right hand comes down, high plank. We eventually meet back in child's pose. If you want to flow through Vinyasa, you can. Another option is for Vinyasa, thunderbolt pose, which is basically kneeling. It's whatever feels good. Slow down the breath. And just going back to this concept of being flexible within the mind. I was recently in Melbourne, and when I turned up at my accommodation at 8:30 p.m. at night, it turns out I had booked for the month after. And it's in those situations where it just comes out of the blue, you don't expect it, where you have to be flexible, you have to be adaptable. Laugh it off, shake it off, so that you can move forward. They're always going to happen. And that's why our yoga practice is so important. When you're ready, just walk yourself back. Let's come into Malasana, garland pose. So you might tuck your toes first, walk your feet wide. Toes out, hips down, hands to chest, drive your knees out. Squeeze your glutes. And maybe you stay here. Another option is crow pose. If you know where you're going, you can go straight into it. For those who want a little reminder, you're going to spread your fingertips wide, bring hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to bend your elbows back, lifting your hips up as you bring your knees to the back of the arm. I prefer just slightly above the elbow, but I just know that when I move forward, that they're going to slide more to being stacked on top of the elbow joint. And then from there, you might lift one foot up, maybe 2 feet up. Just trying to look underneath your head, coming up through your upper back, gripping fingertips down into the ground. They're literally your handbrakes. It will stop you from going forward. Once you've done that or played with that enough, of course you can pause the video. Let's come back into our forward fold. Slow rise up through standing, take 2 breaths. At the top, reach your arms above your head, breathe in. Come onto your toes, walk your heels together as you exhale, toe stand. Bend your knees, hips to heels. Couple of options, you can go for a twist where elbow on the inside of the leg, other hand high. Another option is twisted crow. You'll walk the feet, or keep your feet where they are. Just for me, I'll go on my mat. You're gonna keep your toes facing forward, but you want your hands to the side. Same thing with crow, hands shoulder width distance. You're gonna shift your weight forward, trying to get, if you're starting out, I would recommend getting the side of the knee and the side of the hip on the elbow, and then maybe you lift your feet off the ground. It can be a little, it's a tricky one to get because it's quite a big twist through the spine. You still need the strength in the upper body. If you've tried it on one side, give it a go on the other side. if you're pretty, if you've done this a few times, you might like to play with it just having the side of the knee on rather than both the knee and the hip. So maybe there's one elbow that doesn't have anything on it. And that makes it more challenging for core strength and shoulder strength. Once you've had a little play with that, I can see the tide getting pretty close. Let's just come down onto our belly. Let's sit up in Sphinx pose, elbows underneath the shoulders. Squeeze your glutes. Slow the breath down. Something nice and neutral for closing out our practice. Two more slow breaths. Okay, I think we've got enough time. Let's lie back down. We'll just do a quick open twist each side. Right hand in line with the shoulder, turn your left toes high, left hand by the ribs. Push open side body, left toes coming behind the thigh. And we'll just take 3 really slow breaths here. At any point, a lot for the chest, you can reach your right hand up so bicep comes on top of the ear or underneath the ear. Come back through center. Swap it out, left hand out to the side. Twist the chest open. And come back through center. Push yourself up. Shuffle your knees in. Walk the feet out. We'll lie down on our backs. Maybe a blanket or a jumper. You can pop that on. Final pose that we can do. Of course, you can do more if you'd prefer, but I'm going to talk us through Halasana, plow pose. Reach your feet up to the sky. And maybe this is where you stay. Or lift your hips up, push your hands down, try take your feet behind you. And they might touch down on the ground, they might not. It might feel nice to have the hands behind the back of the hips just to support the back. You could say in a more neutral position. Because we've been working through the side body, it might feel nice to walk the toes over to the right for a moment. And then maybe over to the left. And then in your own time, really slowly roll down your back. Maybe you take your feet wide, bending your knees, knocking them together. If there are any final movements you'd like to finish your practice with. This is where you might do that. Otherwise, you can head into Savasana. I'm going to pop my jumper on. I bought this jumper the other day. It was $8 from the op shop, which is like a thrift store. And it's got a hood. I've always wanted a hoodie. Anyway, roll yourself down. Make yourself comfortable. Slow the breath. Feel the body soften. Feel it become heavier. Knowing that we have put a lot of effort into our practice today, and this is where we can let go. We don't need to engage. We don't need to do anything other than just rest. Just be here for another minute or two in quiet. I'll let you know when it's time to transition out. And slowly bring your awareness back to your body, your breath. Maybe sensing an energy greater than what we can see. This being prana, our life force within yoga. This energy that pulses through our body, that gives us vitality. And we can access it through movement, through breath, through connecting inwards. If you haven't already, let's wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. And eventually, with time, let's make our way up into a seat. And once you get up, lengthen the spine, lift up nice and tall. Feel all the spaciousness that you've created within the body, within the mind, within the heart, the spirit. Well, let's finish with the breath. Breathing in. Breathing out through the nose or the mouth. Thank you, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the practice. This is like perfect timing. The sun is setting. The waves are almost going to get me. Not quite, though. I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment down below. Share this class with a friend if you really enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you wanted some more exclusive content, then you can head over to our Patreon account. I'll see you then.